Fabulous.
Oh, for real, Skip?
Yeah.
Is that where we are right now, Skip?
That's where we
Oh,
are.
my goodness.
Yeah.
That was big.
How you doing, Alex?
I'm doing great.
Good to
How
see you
doing
again.
this morning?
Nice and red.
That's all.
I can't believe you,
fake
Skip.
and phony. How are you, Shannon? Good to
Oh,
see you.
my goodness.
Yeah.
I hope Jenny, please be
Hi, Jenny.
Jenny, please be the bed sleep, Jenny. Jenny, don't watch this today. I can't believe you, Skip Bayless.
That was funny.
She's been asking for a fist bump
I
for
know.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Alex come out here, and in the first 30
Hey.
seconds,
I feel pretty special.
We go way back.
I feel pretty special. Well, guys, actor and comedian Sinbad will be in studio later, but let's start with LeBron. His new show, The Shop, premiered on HBO last night. Guests included Odell Beckham Jr., Snoop, Draymond Green, and Jon Stewart. In one part of the show, LeBron talks about the double standard between himself and star athletes who are white. LeBron said, quote, "I believe if the greatest quarterback in the world, he's a white quarterback, if it's Tom Brady, if it's Aaron Rodgers, if it's Peyton Manning, and if we're doing the same bleep, the same exact bleep, refusing to take a picture with a fan, I'm talking to him on the phone. We're like, yo, that's my bleeping phone. Get that phone out of my face. I'm with my family. If we're out with our family and we say that bleep and somebody posts it, and if Aaron Rodgers or one of those guys say that bleep and they post it, somebody's going to be like, hey, you guys should respect Aaron Rodgers. They're going to say to us, they're bleeping bleep heads." So, Shannon, how surprised were you by these comments from LeBron?
I'm not surprised at all, Skip. I saw from the very beginning, the opening of the show, that this was going to be real talk. And you know, when you go to the barbershop, you get real talk. I go to the barbershop sometimes, Skip, I forget. At the end of the day, now, you still Shannon Sharp now. You got to be careful. You can't be all the way authentic.
That's true.
LeBron James, Skip, if you listen at his tone, you listen at the passion in which he was speaking, this is him. This is absolute. This is not an act. This was not for no cameras. He said it was going to be unvarnished. He said it was going to be real. Skip, this was real, and he was absolutely 1,000% on the money when he said that about himself being a top flight athlete and Aaron Rodgers. Skip, we've always said that black and white athletes are held to a different standard. That's true. Not just athletics. The old adage, you got to go twice as far to get half as far. So I'm not surprised that he said that, Skip, because here's the thing. You see, the way they look at it, when they come up to us, blacks should be grateful for anything that they get. Remember, because the President Trump, they're making millions of dollars. Jerry Jones, they're making millions of dollars. So what is there to complain about?
Right.
You see, having been an ex-professional athlete, what they would say to me, Skip, I pay your salary. Well, you might do, but you're not my boss. I won't cuss my boss out, but I curse your butt out. And I tell you what, you pay my mortgage too, but you better not stop by my house unannounced. You see how they do that, Skip? They think because I see you're an entertainer, I should be able to come up to you because I paid for the game, because I paid to go to the games, because I get the package and I watch you play. You should be able to give me whatever I want. That's not how it works, Skip.
Yeah.
But I can sign 1 million autographs. If I don't sign 1,000,001, I'm a jerk. I'm a butthole. See, Skip, it's never enough. It's only one. Why is that so bad? You mean to tell me you making millions of dollars and you can't sign one autograph? You making millions of dollars, you can't take a picture? Skip, it's never going to be enough. What? True story, Skip. 2 weeks ago, I walked into this place to get something to eat. I saw the family, husband, wife, I think the mother-in-law, and 2 kids. I make eye contact with the gentleman. He's eating with his family. Finish it, Skip. He finishes his meal. I get my meal. He come, can I take a picture? I said, I noticed you waited until you finished your meal, but you didn't afford me the same courtesy. Is there any reason why? Oh, I'm sorry. You might have. I said, when I'm done eating, if you're still here, I have no problem with it. You see what he did, Skip? Now, he wanted to spend quality time with his family. He didn't want to interrupt his meal, but he had no problem interrupting mine. And LeBron is saying, if I were to say no, I'm a jerk. But Aaron Rodgers says no. Guys, let him have time with his family. He's off work. You see? Well, hey, I'm not on the job. So if I can't kneel on the job, I can't sign autographs off the job. I'm just saying that's how I do it. But LeBron was real, Skip. And I know a lot of people like, I'm surprised, man. LeBron speaking like that, Skip. He's at a point in his life. He's comfortable. He's comfortable in who he is and where he is. There's no turning back now. If you don't like this version of LeBron, you're not going to like him because he's never going to be that guy that was. I don't ever think he was quiet, Skip, but I don't know if he was. I have never seen him become this outspoken. There's something that transpired. We'll get to that a little later that maybe helped shape him, help get him out of that shell, that bubble that he was in, because he's different than maybe any other great athlete in the last 30 years. You got to probably go back to Ali, but that was the height of the 60s. And the civil rights movement was in full swing. John Carlos and Tommy Smith raising the fist at the Olympics. But to have an athlete of LeBron James' ilk, to speak out on certain issues and just like, hey, bro, we judge differently. I'm great. Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, Brady, they're great. But they treat a little different than I, if I say no to an autograph or a picture, than they would be. Skip, it was refreshing. And I'm glad he said it because but to top it off, Bron, now, if you really want to make that thing a showstopper, get your boy Shay Sharp up in that barbershop.
So your campaign.
Campaign show for show.
Okay.
I need me a sign. I should have brought me a prop if they had a sign.
By the way, you would be great on it. You would be, seriously, in all seriousness. So, I want it very clear what I'm about to say. I have zero problem with that LeBron I watched last night. In fact, I liked what I saw from LeBron last night. No criticism from me whatsoever. But I was shocked by the LeBron I saw last night to the point that I was a little numb when the show ended. And I walked into my wife, Ernestine, and I said, I just watched a LeBron I've never seen before, and I don't know how to process it. And I couldn't go to sleep because I kept thinking, who was that? Well, that was the real LeBron.
Absolutely.
Real, raw LeBron. Unplugged LeBron in the shop. But this shop is not behind closed doors barbershop. This one's going out for all the world to see.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
This was authentic. And this was a shift in the LeBron that I have tried to study and follow these many years, dating back to that first ever game at Sacramento when he was still a teenager. This was a guy who basically was saying, F that. I'm here. He was making an announcement. And we
Literally
know.
and figuratively, you said F that.
He was saying, well, it was a lot for a couple hours in the shop, and then they cut it down to about
27 minutes.
27 minutes. So you have plenty of time to edit and choose how you want to present your message. And he wanted to present real, raw, this is the new LeBron, but it's really the old LeBron. I think this is the guy who was there all the time. And this guy, to his credit, wants to become an activist. And I believe, and this is my 2 cents from a distance, he could become the most powerful voice in the black community, if he's not already.
Yeah.
Now that President Obama has ridden into the sunset, we don't hear that much from him anymore, and he's obviously not the president anymore. And by the way, I should preface all the rest of what I'm going to say. I think the emotions in the shop last night were obviously heightened by the man who's now occupying the Oval Office. That brought a new sense of urgency and a new level of extreme to everything that got said in the shop last night. But LeBron was announcing, I'm not going to back off. I'm going to take stand after stand. And as he said, and I'm going to just read just a little bit of his quote, he said, I was raised off Snoop, who was sitting there right across from him, and Pac and Jay and Biggie. And now I get an opportunity to be the inspiration around what all these kids are looking up to. And for me just to sit back and say, or not say, you know what, is wrong. I'm just paraphrasing the rest of it. He's saying, I have an opportunity here to do what the rappers have done. My stage is at least as big as Snoop's. I think is it bigger?
Yeah, because he said, Skip, you mean to tell me if I can get 20,000 fans to come watch me play?
Yeah.
What can my voice do?
Okay. So I'm going to remind everyone that what we all know is I believe that LeBron has mostly been beloved by the white community. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah.
In fact, the white media adores LeBron for the most part. And that guy that I watched for those 27 minutes last night, he came across to me, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but it came across to me as a guy who has never, like, he doesn't much like or trust white America. That's how it came across to me from back to his high school days.
I think
that's how it hit me.
I think what it is, Skip, is that he says, I'm just not going to be grateful. For the longest time, you should be grateful. Skip, he's saying, and this is what I know, and I'm going to be all the way 100, Skip. There's still something to be said about a black man telling a white man no. You see, this is what the crux of this is. There's a racial component to this. Because LeBron James telling some white kid and his parent, no, I'm not going to take a picture. No, I'm not going to give you an autograph. Skip, hold on, wait a minute.
Yep.
That's not the norm in America. Because you remember LBJ said, if you can convince the lowest white that he's better than the best black.
That is correct. Yep.
So think about that.
Yep.
Even though LeBron James is the apex of the African-American community, there are some that feels that, bruh, sign this. Excuse me, Mr. LeBron, Mr. LeBron, or however you would address him. Do you mind giving me an autograph? No, Skip, sign this. Skip, you're talking about an athlete now. You gonna sign this for me? Oh, I'm gonna sign it for you. You're not gonna ask me. I'm gonna sign it. Oh, you're gonna take a picture. You're gonna take a picture with me. So LeBron is saying, hold on. I get it. I'm an entertainer. And you do pay a lot of money for tickets to come watch me play, or you watch me on television, you buy my merchandise. But you don't own me. Okay. And I have the right to say no.
I respect the heck out of that. But to me, I think a lot of people, if I can speak for some white people, viewed LeBron, whenever he would speak out on social racial issues, as from a perspective of we're all in this together. Last night wasn't we're all in this together. This was about the black community. This was about black kids. This is about being a spokesman for his people. And it's possible to me now that I sit back and look at the perspective that LeBron kind of had to play the game all along to do the ads for Kia and Sprite, because that was mainstream middle America that you're speaking to. And now he's worth reportedly $440 million. Well, and he's going to make, what, 35.7 from the Lakers next year, and then the
plus
next
another
year, and the
50,
next year,
plus another 50 in endorsements.
So he's good,
yes,
right?
Yes.
He's got 2 homes in Brentwood, and he can do whatever he wants to do. And he is choosing now to say, F all that. And there's risk to saying F that, because he might lose one of those sponsors. He might lose some of those white moms in middle America who are going to say, LeBron's talk like that on national television because he was really profane, which is fine because he might be speaking the language of the people that he wants to speak to, right? To like this, he wants to speak the way the rappers speak.
But here's the thing, though, Skip. I thought we elected, or a person was elected because he said the hell with political correctness.
He did.
I thought we wanted no more of that.
All right.
So now LeBron is not.
Point.
Now LeBron is not politically correct.
He's not politically correct in a very different way. Okay, from a very different side of the spectrum.
Correct.
Okay. Good, because I think LeBron could do a lot of good in that direction, but it's a whole new world for him. And again, there is some risk, as you always talk about any protest.
Yes.
It has risk because you're going to have to sacrifice.
It's supposed to.
So maybe he won't be quite the popular spokesman that he used to be.
He said that. Okay? He said he lost a few.
He has lost some. He said, I've lost some popularity. I don't know that he really has yet. I don't know. I don't sense that. But obviously, then back to the original quotes that you read about Aaron Rodgers. Look, would LeBron get a pass more than most black athletes? He probably would, right? If somebody put a phone in his face and he said, get out of my face.
The thing is, Skip, he can never have a bad day off the court or on the court.
Yeah.
Because it gets built up more than if LeBron says no, I don't want. He can just says no. LeBron's a jerk because he wouldn't take a picture with me or he wouldn't sign an autograph. He turns the ball over. So he can never not be LeBron James and have a bad day on or off the court, Skip. He said, you know, he only gets so many moments with his family, Skip, given what he does for a living. So, you know, he doesn't go out much with his family. I'm sure when you have that kind of assets, you probably have I'm almost certain someone prepares the meals every night. But there's sometimes he
Yep.
wants to give the guy a break or her a break. Savannah doesn't want to cook. He's like, come on, Mom, we going out. We taking the kids out. And he just wants to sit there with Bronny and his other son, I forget
Yep.
the middle son's name, and Zuri, just want to chill. Guys, it's nice. Drink some vino, and just chill. LeBron, can you, Skip, that is, I just wish people would understand you don't own that individual just because you pay for a movie a ticket. Skip, I can't go up to Denzel or somebody, hey, I buy all your movies. I'm sorry everything you say. Take this picture with me. Sign this autograph. That man with his family, even if he's not. But as black, we are expected to be grateful for what we have. You making $16 million, you know where you came from. You didn't have that. So since you're here, the least you could do is to give me an autograph or take a picture with you. And LeBron's like, nah, bruh, time out for that.
So could you see politics in LeBron's future? Is that just too much, just too hard to be a politician?
Not now.
He's capable. Not now. I'm not talking about now.
No. I'm saying it's not hard to be a politician.
Oh, not now.
No.
Oh, I see.
No.
Okay.
It used to be hard
Yeah.
because there used to be a decorum that you had to follow. You couldn't, war heroes and women, you couldn't take shots at them directly or indirectly.
Yep.
But now, anything goes.
Yep. So, in the big picture, I was proud of him for this because this was gutsy
It was.
and it was calculated. And in the end, I think it's going to have a resounding impact in ways that, remember, this show's been on uninterrupted that you could call up for what, a couple of years now? So, but this was the first one that was on HBO.
Right.
So it's going to catch fire.
Yes.
And he's going to catch a little heck over it because the language was shocking to me because it was relentlessly really bad. and we don't hear LeBron do that much. Here and there we do. But he's saying, I don't care anymore. This is who I am.
Right.
And I think he's saying, this is really who I always was.
Right. And that's the thing, though, Skip, is that when you're in the barbershop, you're authentic. You just hope kids aren't around because you know there's profanity. And I'm always cautious that I look like, oh, okay, man, because I was just about to get them on my roll, and then when kids come in. But, Skip, why has there always been this narrative that if a black athlete or a black person doesn't do something and he happens to be well off, that he's ungrateful? That's been a narrative and a common theme for such a long time.
Okay.
Because we've heard, shut up and dribble. We've heard you're making millions and billions of dollars. That's not, what is there to complain about? What do you mean?
Okay. So he's saying, I don't need to make any